Welcome to Class 5 NCERT Mathematics Chapter 14 How Big, How Heavy Part 2. And in this part, we'll look out of page numbers 193 to 200. This is the last part for this chapter. Okay, let's start. How big is your cube? Page number 194 to 195. Before doing this in your textbook, how to make this cube is given, that you have to do. You have to take a square sheet of side 19.5 centimeters. So both length and width will be 19.5 because it is a square. And then they have given you instructions how to fold from left, right and everything and how to make this cube. So first you make this cube as per the same measurement given, that is 19.5. Then only these answers will be correct. First you make this cube, keep ready with you, then you can start this. Okay, now how long is the side of your cube? So if you keep, after making the cube, if you keep a scale and see the length, you will get it as 7 centimeters. That is the side, you will get it as 7 centimeters. How many centimeter cubes can be arranged along its length? Now they are asking along its length how many can be arranged. How many can be arranged? 7 centimeters. Sorry, what is the length? 7 centimeters. What is the width? 7 centimeters. What is the height? 7 centimeters. Why all are same? Because this is a square. So no, this is a cube. Cube means what? It's all sides are same. Sides are same. Now, answer Thimpu's question. How many centimeter cubes in all do I need to make a platform as big as a paper cube? What is the question given here? How many centimeter cubes in all do I need to make a platform as big as the paper cube? Okay. Now, to make the first layer on the table, how many centimeter cubes will I use? To make the first layer, how many will I use? 49. Yes or no? Because 7 sevens are totally how many is there? If I open this square paper, okay, this square paper is there, side is 7. Yes or no? All sides are 7. So 7 into 7, because this side 7, this side 7. So how many centimeter cubes are required? 7 into 7, 49. How many such layers will I need to make? So how many layers will I need to make? Because the height is 7. The height is 7. So first if I keep one layer, again one layer, again one layer. See, you can see here example. Is or no? One layer is here. One layer, layer. Like that till the height is 7 centimeters, I have to keep. Yes or no? So totally how many layers will be there? How much the height is, that many. That is 7. And how you got this? 7 into 7, 49. So the total centimeter cubes is equals to, total centimeter cubes is nothing but volume. How much you'll get? 7 into 7 into 7. That is 343 centimeter cubes. The volume of the paper cube is same as 343. Just now I told you this is nothing but volume. Anand made a big cube having a double the side of your paper cube. What is the side of your paper cube, children? 7. Yes or no? So double the side. So length of the side of Anand cube will be 2 into 7 because it is double. That is 2 into 7 is equals to 14. Understood, children? The first part of the question. Anand made a big cube having double the side of your paper cube. This side was 7 for you. Yes or no? Double he made. So this will be 7 and this will be 7. So 2 into 7, that is equals to 14. Next, how many of your paper cubes will fit in it? So in this one, how many will it fit? They are asking. Now we can fit 4 paper cubes, each of size 7 centimeters in the first layer of the cube. So no, here I kept one cube. Again, here I can keep one cube. This side of this, so no, to the side of this, one more 7 is there now here because 14. Here also I can keep and here also you can keep. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how many I can cube? 4 paper cubes I can use. As the length of each side of the big cube is 14. Now what is the length? Length is 14. There will be total of 2 layers with each layer containing paper cube. Again one more layer also I can place on top. Yes or no? So totally that equals to, so the number of paper cubes in 2 layers is equal to down 4 and up 4. That is 2 into 4, 8. Understood, children? In this box, what happened? Now this is exactly 7. Okay. Now one more 7 I can keep. Similarly that side, because this is 14, length is 14, na? Width is also same, 14. So if I can keep one more, I can keep one more. Again one more center top layer I can place. So on top one more I'll place, one more I'll place, on top one more I'll place, on top one more I'll place. So totally how many I placed? Down 4, top 4. So 2 into 4, 8. Thus 8 paper cubes will sit inside the Anand's paper cube. Packing cubes, page number 195. Ganesh and Dinga want to pack 4000 centimeter cubes in the boxes. These are to be sent to school. There are 3 different boxes available for packing. So how many types are there? 3 types are there. Now, will we be able to fit all 4000 cubes in these 3 boxes? So, how many cubes they have to keep? It seems 4000 centimeter cubes they have to keep. Now, they are thinking, will these 3 boxes will be sufficient? When you see whether you keep a guess that whether it will be sufficient or not. Hidinga is thinking that it's not sufficient. Then what did Ganesh say? I think there is enough space in these boxes to pack all the 4000 cubes. How did he did that? Now look at the box A. Which is box A? This is box A, my children. Children, this is box A, this is box B, and this is box C. Okay. Now look at the box A. In the first layer, we can arrange 20 into 10. In the first layer, because on top layer, the bottom layer, first how many can you arrange? 20 centimeters this side and 10 centimeters this side. So 20 into 10, that is equal to 200. 200 cubes. And such, how many can be arranged? What is the height of this? 6. So 200 into 6, that is 1200. So in this one box only I am able to arrange 1200 cubes. So 3 boxes are there. So definitely we can do. That is what Ganesh is saying. Now what is your guess? Who is right? I guess that the cubes will fit in all the 3 boxes put together. And who is right? Dinga is right. Okay. Now next. How can Ganesh and Dinga test their guesses before packing the cubes in the boxes? Discuss with your friends. In box A already given, we can arrange 1200 cubes. So no, because how many are there? 20 into 10 into 6. Directly do that. You'll get it. 20 into 10, 200. 200 into 6, 1200 cubes. Now, in the first layer of the box B, how many you can keep? 11 into 11. That is 121. And then how many such layers can be kept? 10 layers can be kept. So 121 into 10, that is 1210 cubes. Next, in the first layer of the box C, we can keep 15 into 9, that is 135. How many layers? 10. So 135 into 10, 1350. Therefore, in all the 3 boxes, we can arrange 1200 plus 1210 plus 1350, that is 3760 cubes. Therefore, in all the 3 boxes, you can pack 3760 cubes. Okay, children, understood what is this? Now, use Ganesh method and write dash centimeter cubes can be arranged in box B. In box B, how many we calculated just now? 1210. Similarly, in box C, 1350. So, dash centimeter cubes in all can be packed in the 3 boxes. 370. 3760 can be packed. But how many they wanted to pack, children? They wanted to pack 4000. But how many we can pack? 3760 only. That's why in the before guess I said Dinga is right, Ganesh is wrong. Okay. Now next, which pipe fills more? Page number 196. Collect some old postcards. You can also use thick paper of size 14 into 9, because what is the length of the postcard? 14. And what is the width? 9. That's why. Now fold the postcard along with the width to make the pipe one. Join the ends with sellotape. So what they asked you to do? Along with the width to fold it and stick it with a tape. Next, take another postcard and fold it along with its length. Now what you will do? You will fold along the length and join the ends of the tape. Now guess which pipe can make more sand inside it. Hold it on a plate and pour sand to check your guess. So what you will do? You will keep a plate on the down, hold it on a plate, take a sand in that and pour into something and check whether your guess which one will take more sand. Okay, was your guess correct? Discuss. Now which one will take more? Because the space here is more. So now when you fold it like this, what happened here? The space is less in that. But when you're folding like this, volume will be more in that. Space is more in that. So volume will be more in that. That's it. Pipe 2 can take more sand. Now do the same with other pipe shown here. To make the triangle shape pipe 3, draw 2 lines on the postcard. Fold the postcard along the lines. Join the ends. So take the postcard like this. Make 2 lines like this. Then you can make it in a triangle form like this. Now make the square shaped pipe 4. So for square shaped, what you will do? You will exactly divide into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts and then make it. Now the question is, find out which pipe can take the most sand inside it. So which pipe has the most volume? Find out which pipe can take the most sand inside it. So which pipe has the most volume? Sorry, it has been given 2 times here, only 1 time. Okay, only 1 time. Okay. Now All the four have kept here, ma'am. What will be your guess? When you see this square one, how do you feel? It is having more space in that, yes or no? So that's why more volume we can put in that. The square shaped pipe 4 has more volume. You can try this even with the paper and put few sand in that and see the volume which you are getting more. Now, trek to Gangotri, page number 197. The students of class 12 are going on a trek to Gangotri. They have to pack their bags for 6 days and keep them light. So Gangotri, you know, the image is given here because it's a trekking place, mountain place. What they have to do, they have to pack their bags for 6 days, because you don't get hotels or restaurants like you get when you go to other places, because it's a mountainous area. So you have to pack your food for 6 days and keep them light. Light means it should not be more heavy, because your bags you only have to carry. No one will carry your luggage. They also have to take things that do not take too much space. So they will look for things that both have less volume and less weight. After all, they will carry their own bags while climbing the mountains. They even dry the onions and tomatoes to make them light. 1 kg of onions or tomatoes becomes 100 grams. So what is given? If you take fresh 1 kg of tomatoes or 1 kg of onions, and if you dry it, drying means sun dry it, then what is the weight you are getting? You will get only 100 grams of dried onions or dried tomatoes. The list of food each person will need for 1 day is given. Now let's see the questions. For 6 days each person will need. So now this is for 1 day. Yes or no? For 1 day. Now we have to calculate for 6 days. Rice and flour. Okay. Now rice required per person per day is 100. Similarly, flour required is 100. So total rice and flour required for each person in a single day is 200. So for 1 day, rice and flour is 200 grams. So for 6 days means what you will do, children? 200 into 6, that is 1200 grams. Now pulses. Pulses is 1/3 the weight of the rice and the flour. What is the weight of the rice and the flour? Just now we calculated for 6 days. For 6 days it is 1200. So what you will do? 1200 multiplied by 1 by 3. 1200 multiplied by 1 by 3. Why I did directly here? Otherwise again each day you have to calculate, multiply with 6. Already we did it here. That's how I have taken it directly. 1200 into 1 by 3. So 3 if you cancel, 3 4s are 12, 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 0 is 0. So you got it as 400. This is nothing but 1200 divided by 3 children. Okay. Now dried onions. Dried onions required per person per day is equal to 10 grams. So for 6 days, how much dried onions is required? 6 into 10, 60 grams. How much of fresh tomato should be dried for 6 days for 10 people? Now what is given? One person needs how much dried tomatoes for 1 day, children? 10 grams. So now it's given here. One person needs 10 grams. Now first calculate for 10 people. So 10 people will need 10 into 10, that is 100 grams. That is for per day. For 6 days means 6 into 100, that equals to 600 grams. And already it is given before that if you take 1 kg of fresh tomatoes, you will get 100 grams of dried tomatoes. No. So if you want 600 grams of dried tomatoes, that is multiplied by 6. Then how much fresh tomatoes you have to take? 6 kg. Understood, children? This is simple. First you see what is given for you. If you take 1 kg, you will get 100 grams of dried tomatoes. Okay. This is dried. D means dried. F means fresh. Okay. Now first for 1 day you need 10 grams. Yes or no? 1 day you need 10 grams. 10 people are there. So 10 people means 10 into 10, that is equals to 100. First you will do 10 into 10. Then you will get it as 100 grams. Now this is for what? 1 day. Yes or no? This is for 1 day. Now they are asking for 6 days. 6 days means what you will do? You will multiply it by 6. That is equals to 600. Now you see here 1 kg if you take fresh, you are getting 100 grams of dried. So if you take 600 grams of dried, how much this is required? Multiply the 6, you are getting 600. So this also you multiplied by 6. So that is how much you have to take? 6 kg of fresh tomatoes you have to take. What is the total weight of the food for 6 days in each person's bags? Now you have to take this tabular column. Now you will make a small tabular column where you will write the item and the weight for 6 days. Okay. Now first rice. Rice is 100 grams. So 6 days means multiply by 6. 100 into 6, 600. How I got it? I'm writing it here. Okay. Next, flour. It's also same. 100 into 6, 600. Pulses. 1/3 of weight of rice and flour. 1/3 of rice and flour. 600 plus 600, 1200 is what I got. So 1/3 means 1 by 3 into 1200, that equal to 400 grams. Oil, 50 grams. So 50 into 6, 300. Sugar, 50 grams. 50 into 6, 300. Milk powder, 40 grams. 40 into 6, 240. Tea, 10 grams. So 10 into 6, 60. Dhalia, 40 grams. 40 into 6, 240. Salt, 5 grams. 5 into 6, 30. Dried onions, 10 grams. 10 into 6, 60. Dried tomatoes, 10 into 6, 60. Okay, understood? Now, total weight means what you have to do? You have to add all this. So, if you add, I'm getting it as 2890 grams, 2890 grams. How can you can say this? 2 kg? Yes, 2 kg? Yes or no? Because I can split this. How can I split this? 2000 plus 890. Can I write like this? This 2890, can I write it like this? So 2 kg 890 grams. Understood, children? Now, guess how much children of your weight will be equal to the weight of an elephant of 5000 kg. Now, weight of child of your age, that is you are in the 5th class. So, weight will be nearly some 30 kg. I have taken a round figure, children. So, weight of the elephant is given is how much? 5000 kg. So, total number of children weighing 5000 kg is equal to 5000 divided by 630, that is 167. What I did, what is the question given? Guess how many children of your weight will be equal to weight of an elephant of 5000 kg. Like the sums for whale you did in your first chapter. Okay. Now, how many children of your weight? So, how many children of your weight will be equal to weight of an elephant of 5000 kg? So, elephant weight is given and your weight will be approximately 30 kg, children. Okay. Approximately 30 kg. So total what is the weight of the elephant? 5000. So 5000 if you divide by 30, you will know how many children weight will be there. Okay. Now, so how many children? Nearly 167 children. At the birth, a baby elephant weighs around 90 kg. How much did you weigh when you were born? So what is the weight of the elephant given? 90 kg. And when you are born, you will be nearly 3. If you will be 2, 2.5 and also I have taken approximately 3. Now, find out how many times is a baby elephant heavier than your weight at the birth. So what you will do? 90 divided by 3. What is the weight of the elephant? By what is your weight? Similarly here, what is the weight of the elephant? By what is your weight? So how many times it is? 30 times. So the baby elephant was 30 times heavier than me at the birth. If a grown-up elephant eats 130 kg of food in a day, so how much food is eaten by the elephant in one day? 136 kg. Now, then it will eat around dash kg in a month. Here you got division. Now what will come? Multiplication. See, because in one day it is eating 136 kg. Now they are asking in 1 month. 1 month means how many days? 30 days. So 30 into 136, that is 4080 kg. Now next, in a year it will eat around year means 1 month 4080. So 12 months, 12 into 4080. So it will be around some 50,000 kg of food. Okay, children. Now, Shahid works in a bank. He sits at the cash counter. Whenever there are too many coins, he does not count them. He just weighs them. And you can see that Shahid is blind ma. So he will not he will not weigh it. Since what he will do, he will weigh them. Sorry, he will not count, he will weigh them. Weighing is so much easier. The weight of 5 rupee coin is 9 gram. So what they are telling, 1 5 rupee coin weight is 9 grams. Tell me the weight of this sack and I will tell you the number of coins. So what is telling? You tell me the weight of the sack. Totally how many coins are there? I'll tell. For example, if 18 grams, how many coins will be there? 2. Yes or no? 1 coin, 9 grams. 18 grams means 18 by 9, that equal to 2. Can you hold these coins and say which is heaviest? So you try with 5, 2 and 1 and check out which is heaviest. Definitely 5 rupee coin will be heaviest. How many coins are there in a sack of 5 rupee coins if it weighs 18 kg? Now, 1 kg is 1000 grams. Yes or no? Now, weight of 5 rupee coin is how much? 1 5 rupee coin is 9 grams. Now weight of 18 kg sack in grams is equals to, first you have to convert this kg into grams because we have in grams. So 18 into 1000, that is 18,000 grams. Now the number of 5 rupee coins in 18 kg sack is equal to 18,000 divided by 9. Just now I told you an example. Yes or no? 18,000 divided by, what is the weight of each coin? Each coin 9. Total weight is 18,000. So 18,000 divided by 9, that is 2,000 coins. Okay. Now next 54 kg. Similarly, first 54 kg you convert it into grams. 54 into 1000, that is 54,000 grams. Now what you will do? 54,000 divided by 9. First, what is the weight? Weight you convert it into grams. It should be in grams because weight of one coin is 9 grams. So the total weight also you'll convert into grams. Then divide it by 9. Okay. So that is 6,000 coins. 4,500 grams. This is already given in grams. So 4,500 divided by 9, that is 500 coins. 2 kg and 250 grams. First convert the 2 kg, that is 2 into 1000, that is 2000 grams. Okay, 2 into 1000, that is 2000 grams, and 250. So 2000 plus 250, 2250 grams. The number of 5 rupee coins in 2250 sack is 2250 divided by 9, that is 250. 1 kg, 125. First convert the 1 kg. 1 kg means 1000 plus 125. So 1000 plus 125 is 1125. 1125 divided by 9 is 125 coins. My divisions you all have to do in the rough column. Okay. Now page number 200. A 2 rupee coin weighs 6 gram. What is the weight of sack with 2200 coins? Now first 1 kg is 1000 grams. Yes or no? Now weight of a 2 rupee coin is given as how much? 6 grams. Like before 5 rupee coin was 9 grams. Similarly, 2 rupee coin is given as 6 grams. 1 2 rupee coin is 6 grams. So 2200 coins means how many it is? 2200 into 6, that is the 13,200. Children, what is the difference here? There they have given you the weight and they are asking you to find how many coins are there. So that time you divided it. So no. Now what is given for you? Now coins are given for you. First you write here 1 2 rupee coin will weigh, because this is 2 rupee coin. Okay, 1 2 rupee coin will weigh 6 grams. Okay, 1 2 rupee coin, that is one coin, will weigh 6 grams. Now what is given for you? 2200 coins are there. They have given you coins and they are asking you the weight. So what you will do? You will multiply. Okay, if one pencil is 5 grams, 2 pencil is 2 into 5, like that. Okay, now so that is 2200 into 6, that is 13,200 grams. Now 13,200 grams means how you will mention in kg and gram? Tell me. 13 into 1000, because 3 zeros place is this. So 13 into 1000 plus 200. So 13 into 1000 means 13,000 means 13 kg. 13 kg 200 grams. Next 3000 coins. 3000 into 6, 18,000. So directly you can say how much it is? 18 kg. If 101 rupee coin weighs 485 grams, then how much will 10,000 coins weigh? Now weight of 101 rupee coin is given as 485. So weight of one coin will be 485 divided by 100, that is 4.85 grams. Now 10,000 coins they are asking. So that is 10,000 into 4.85, that is 48,500 grams. Now convert it into kg and grams. So 48 into 1000 plus 500, that is 48 kg 500 grams. Now, find out and discuss page number 200. How do people who cannot see make out different notes and coins? Hint: look for a shape etc. on notes of rupees 20, 50, 100 and 500. Before this, you just take all the notes and you check what all are the differences. Then you can identify. Okay, they can recognize different notes by feeling and touching, children, because that bars and all will be there. By feeling and touching they can see that the sense of touch is well developed. Shapes mentioned above are made to assist blind people in recognizing a note. If you see, you can find different shapes here. So that is their recognition. Like for in lifts and all, you see some dots in the numbers. It's no, because of which they will recognize. What should we look for to check if a 100 rupee note is a real or fake? So what all we should check? The shape and size. So no, because every note has specific shape and size. The style of printing, few will be blurred, few will be different. Gandhi mark, everything, Gandhi image, watermark, everything will be there. Okay. Next, Bharat will be written in Hindi. RBI on Chinese security threat. On the Chinese security threat, RBI will be there. Okay, children, understood till here? By this, we have completed our last chapter, children. In your Math Magic Class 5 textbook, this is the last chapter, 14th chapter, how big and how heavy. I think you all understood this. If any doubts, just put down in the comment section. Have a nice day. All the best. Thank you.